All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of Pteranodon Media Show and Tell What the Hell, coming to you live from Cody, Wyoming, Texas. I dropped my scissors. And we are talking about the new NECA King Kong figure. And along with me, I have a big King Kong fan here, Mr. Derek himself. I was going to tell you a little bit about King Kong while I open this figure and talk about the box here and take a little sip of coffee here. We're going to turn this into a positive one. The last one that I did wasn't so great. And yet, I still would like to apologize to you folks. But anyway, I just picked this guy up at Target, which reminds me, I got to cancel my pre-order. Because I don't want to get two. I don't need to. And I'm trying to save a little bit of money here when I can. But this real nice box. Interesting box. I say real nice, but it's not super great. It's just got, like, it looked like it was a bit of a rush job to me, Derek. It's just got, like, some textures here and, like, a picture of the figure. Which is something like a bootleg company would do with just a logo King Kong. It almost seems like a bootleg figure of sorts. Very basic, no information.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's no information on it.
But as it says, it includes interchangeable head and hands. So, no information on there, which is fine. That's okay. And here is a figure in his little window box and a picture of him again with no information. And I looked inside the box already, and some stuff already fell out. But no information, nothing, no history. Would have been nice. I probably would have liked the poster of King Kong on there or something. Like some sort of, I don't know, some old-style poster.
Yeah, they've been doing it with all the Godzillas. I don't see why they couldn't do it with King Kong.
I don't know.
I mean, they have the name King Kong there, too. So,
yeah,
it's not like Kong. It's King Kong.
Yeah.
Like, this is King Kong.
We're not going to get I don't think we're going to get a Skull Island Kong due to the licensing. Yeah, the Monsterverse Kong. So we're going to open the box here. And we're going to save the box. And we're going to take him out of his plastic jail. Oh, forgot to cut this piece out. I already did some of the cutting for you guys. And we're going to remove the figure, place him there, and take out his accessories. He comes with with several hands, grasping hands, and his other head. I'm just going to kind of squeeze out. And just a very impressive sculpt here. Let me get it focused in. Yeah. All right. So, while I put this away, Derek, why don't you tell me a little bit of the history of King Kong? What year did King Kong come out? And when did you first watch the movie?
Wow. Okay. Well, first one I can answer for sure. 1933 is when that came out. So it's almost going to be 100 years.
Yeah.
Almost 100 years ago. As far as when did I first watch it, man, like I can't give you a exact age because I really don't remember. Which means that definitely when I was a kid, like besides Godzilla, Kong was right there as far as first things I ever experienced, like watching and liking.
That's right.
So, and I mean, just in terms of characters, amongst monsters, Kong, even though he is pretty much where it all be, like there would be no Godzilla without Kong.
Yeah.
But with that said, I still like Godzilla on my hierarchy of or like my pedestals of monsters. Godzilla is just a little above Kong, but I still really love Kong.
I do love Kong also. It's I don't remember when I first saw King Kong, but I was down there in age. You know, I was pretty young and rewatched it numerous times after, and it's still just an amazing picture. And I think Kong himself is, he could very be one of fiction's most original, not just cinema, but fiction itself, most sympathetic, quote unquote, monsters. Um, More so than Dracula and Frankenstein. Not the movie, but even the books. You know, you sympathize more with Kong, and they were able to portray that in a movie. It was just amazing. Um, I One of the first things I noticed about this figure here, it's really big. It's bigger than your average Godzilla or NECA toy. It's about $30. Got it at Target. The legs have like a ratchet joint there. That's a little bit different from your usual NECA offering. And of course, there's some other joints that are more friction based that you do got to work in a little bit. But he's got a lot of good articulation, and I really enjoy the sculpt. Looks very similar. I mean, this is when I see this, you see that, especially the face. Look at the one thing that I noticed about is the eyes, just gorgeous, amazingly painted eyes there, and I think that to me makes this whole figure. Um, yeah, it's just very amazing, and just the amount of detail they put in. They didn't have to put so much detail in, but they did, and it just adds to the figure. And you don't know what Kong looks like in color. Not exactly like in full blown color, and this. While this maybe took a little bit of liberties with that, I do also think that everything about it just says King Kong, and so it's just overall an amazing figure that I think NECA did a really good job with, and um, there are some differences. I mean, this is like you did point some stuff out earlier when I first showed this figure a few hours ago. One thing I will say is that there's a good combination of like matte, really like one of the last Godzilla toys we showed. He does have a lot of like dry brush matte, flat paint on him, but and the same thing goes with some of the plastic. He's also got a lot of gloss to him too, which adds to the realism and really brings out this realistic. I wish there was just a little bit more matte on the face that matched with the chest, but that's okay. From far away, it looks good. And oh, hey, look, it's been raining. There's some foliage around on the backdrop. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the head because he does come, and it's a lot easier to take off than most NECA figures. And at least one of the hands, because I get scared when I take out some of these joints, but it's not too difficult to take out. Got the sunrise I greet you pose. And let's get one of the other heads on there. The more savage, angry Kong. And you made a remark about something earlier about this head that resembled more of the Kong remake, 70s Kong.
I mean, it could be. Like, see, again, the box doesn't specify. I mean, you look at the first head, that's definitely the 33 one, but this, it could be any. I mean, I don't know. It could be the 70s Kong, even though that movie that's a whole nother conversation. But
Jeff Bridges, Jessica Lange.
Jeff Bridges. But, I mean, that could pass as Skull. What are you doing?
Feeding them. They eat mom.
Can't you tell he doesn't like foliage?
Oh, well. I mean, when you see gorillas, they're usually eating like some sort of like some stringy, leafy green.
They're eating
Bamboo. Just like looking around bored.
But like, yeah, I mean that face, the additional one, that could be any Kong. So it's hard to say, but yeah, I mean, otherwise, the details aside, looks really good. Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, you just turned them around for a minute, and kind of the shape. No, not that.
Oh.
Like, because I was paying attention to his head shape, and it's like I've always kind of known gorillas to have not so like protruding head upwards.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that this one still does, maybe it is the 33, like angry 33 Kong. I don't know though, because it's like
Well, the shape of the nose is definitely a little bit different, and the shape of the mouth too.
eyes too. Yeah, I don't know. It looks. I mean, again, it looks good. Putting aside trying to figure out which adaptation that is.
Well, here's something that I'm noticing right now. He has a big old scar, one big scar over the lip, whereas this Kong has 3 cuts right there.
Well,
but we're gonna need some Kong experts to chime in.
It could even be Peter Jackson Kong.
A little bit of Peter Jackson Kong.
Well, because Peter Jackson Kong had the.
Well, he had the big eye scar.
He had the big eye scar.
Yeah. Which, what do you think about the Peter Jackson Kong movie?
It was good, but damn, did it have to be 3 hours long?
Apparently.
And I mean, yeah, I have nitpicky things about it, but like that's about as fucking remake as you can get. Because, I mean, he went all out. He went so far as to add original, like line for line almost from the original movie. Said it's a period piece. Even used some original music in like one scene.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I like that movie. But I have some nitpicks with it. But it's a great movie.
Well, I mean, the only thing with Kong here that I'm going to tell you is that if you're looking to get it to match up with some of your Godzillas, good luck with that, because let's bust out Godzilla versus Godzilla.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, King Kong versus Godzilla. Sorry, I'm getting my movies mixed up here. And he's a little bit shorter, and this is one of the larger NECA figures of Godzilla. Let's bust out. There you go. This fella over here.
That one's probably the closest that you can get.
But King Kong's definitely not that size.
I know.
He still towers over him.
This
is the largest of the Godzilla figures that we've gotten from NECA so far, and this King Kong is way bigger than him.
Yeah.
It's just amazingly huge. And from a distance, you can make something happen. But this is also one of the better painted Godzillas, I think. And that's one of the better painted NECA figures to date, I think. They finally got some stuff down with regard to how to add a better, drier looking matte finish to your figures, and I think it's by using some of the molding and the tooling used plastic that wasn't so glossy, and it's a little bit more pliable, bendable. So good on NECA for doing that. So I did want to compare him with Godzilla versus Kongs. Just to show you this different Kong, of course, but I'm pretty sure some people would want to see the size of the Playmates Kong here. And if you want a big giant Kong, for $20, you got this one right here, the Kong family. I also wanted to bust out the Mezco Kong figure. I think it was called like King Kong Skull Island. I don't know, or Skull Island, but it was a Mezco Kong with a similar head swapping thing, but even he's way smaller.
Yeah.
He's so surprised at how small he is.
That one on the left would probably be much better in scale with the NECA Godzillas. Yep.
He'd be good for like my fictional millennial Godzilla.
Millennial Godzilla.
I just wanted to bust out the Jurassic Park T-Rex. Of course, not really in scale with it, but still goes, if you want an accurate looking King Kong and a T-Rex, I mean, that's a good little display piece that you can have going on there, you know, and get him to pry his jaws apart. That's his move.
Yep.
When he's not putting trees into Godzilla's mouth, you can play around with that stuff. But yeah, overall, final thoughts. I think this is a great Kong figure. It's a great monster figure. If you want a legendary monster character to add to your collection, you need not look further than NECA's Kong figure. It's I think it's a must-have. It's a must-buy. It's one of the best Kong figures I've seen. King Kong figures. I need to say King Kong because I'm used to saying just Kong. But look, just a little bit more details on the chest. You know, some of the scars that you get to see, some of the blood right there on the rib area. It's just a beautiful figure, and I think I'm really happy that I got him. It almost makes me want to do a stop motion with this one. You know, it would be very interesting to do that. I want to redo this review, but in black and white. But anyway, folks, that's all we got to say about King Kong. If you have any comments or any memories of Kong that you'd like to share, or information and insight, stuff that we got wrong, you know what to do. All right, take care, and we'll see you later on.